guys, this is Rosa Kelly, and I'm going to start decorating my junk journal. And so I was requested if I can share a little bit of the process of how I embellish the pages. Now I want to say that I am very new to making junk journals, and I don't do the stitching, even though I love it. I haven't experimented stitching on paper yet. I do have a sewing machine, I'm just too lazy to get it out. And so my intentions for this journal is to make it a little bit shabby. The paper designs are incredibly beautiful, very shabby and vintage. This collection is by Dreams Etc. It's called French Cafe. It's the newest collection, and I absolutely love it. See how gorgeous, very delicate, lots of color, super vintage. Love it, love it, love it. So my intention for this, like I said, is to add a lot of lace. I do have other pieces that I created, like these paper bags, like little embellished paper bags, and I do want to incorporate everything into here. So I'll probably do a couple of pages with you, and so kind of, you know, so you get the idea of what my thinking is. And like I said, I'm very new to this, and I am learning as I go. So yes, okay, so now let's get started. I have a lot of laces here. Now if you see that this looks a little bit darker, I did stain these laces on coffee as well. And I really like, you know, because they used to be really, like, if you kind of compare this color, this is a white, and this used to be white, so now they're a little bit off. And I love the color, right? Because it looks a little bit more vintage, you know, so shiny. This one too. So I have a bunch of those. Like I have this one. This one I probably won't be using because I think it's too puffy. But yeah, so I just collected a bunch of different ones that I have here, and I want to see how I go. I like the different textures, like these ones are different from these and so on. So I do like playing with that. So now I started already, and I added just a little bit of bling because, like I said, I wanted to do these a little bit shabby, a little bit, you know, different to the ones that I've done before. So, although not too different. This one is going to be a little bit more chunky. This one has 4 signatures and a lot more pages. So I'm going to be using some fabric tag to add the lace here. So I'm going to start with this one. I love how this one has like the scallop edge, and so what I like to do is add one here on the very first page, so that way when you close the journal it does have that pretty lace edge that you can see. So I'm gonna start by adding some of my fabric tag glue. For laces, I love using fabric tag. I discovered that it lasts a long time. It's really strong. You know, it is a little bit smelly, but the smell goes away. So I'm going to place this one right here on this side, and then I'm just gonna trim it. Okay. So now I'm going to apologize because my kids are being a little bit loud, so hopefully they won't be interrupting. They're kind of funny, they're just laughing, I don't know for what. But if it gets a little bit loud, I'll probably stop and come back. they just make me laugh. Okay, so again, so I glued that here on the side, and then I'm going to be, I prepared these paper bags, and I do like doing some elements ahead, like this for example. So I think I want to pick one to go right here on the front, and so that one looks cute, and it says inspired, so I love that. But see how I have bling up here? I don't want too much bling, right? So maybe maybe that one. So I love the paper bags because you can add tags, memorabilia, different things, and the sound that they make is one of the things that I love the most. So I'm just going to add, and these paper bags you can just use regular glue, but because I'm just already here with this glue, I'll use this one. Okay, so I'm gonna place this right here, kind of overlapping the lace a little bit. I do want this to be on the center. And here we go. So that is my very first page. Okay, so on this one, I don't want to cover this beautiful design. I want to leave it exactly as it is. So sometimes, as you see before, if I have fabric, I will use fabric kind of like as like little, what do you call this? Tab pages? Is that what you call it? Or if you have like some leftover lace. For example, I cut this lace. This is a very pretty lace from Country Craft Creations. You can find that there. And I know I had a little bit left over. I don't know where I put it. Oh, here. So little tiny pieces like this I will save, because this will make a really cute like page tab. So again, you could stitch that in. I am just going to use my glue, and I can't wait to stop being lazy and use my sewing machine. I think that would be cute. But there's many ways, right, to embellish. You don't just have to stitch. You don't just have to. You can do a combination of different things. So yeah. So now, because I always like to finish with something, I am going to use some of these little vintage buttons. Now these ones, this whole bag, I think I got at Michael's. I don't remember exactly how much, and I had it for quite some time, but you get this whole bag, right? And it's just a mixture of all different wooden and plastic that all look kind of vintage. They're not really vintage, but they give you the look, right? So I'm going to just put a little button right there. So I like this little different textures, different elements, and I will probably repeat that a couple times here, and I won't make you watch every single one I do. So now, embellishing the pages, I have some glassine bags. If you're not familiar with glassine bags, I wasn't either, so don't be don't be scared. This is actually the very first time I buy glassine bags. I found these ones in Michael's on the cake section, so where you buy everything to put like cookies, or you know, like wrapping cookies, the cake section, right? So I guess they've been there forever. I just never looked, and look, the sound to me, I love it. So what I did is I coffee dyed them, and they just make them look, you know, just a bit more vintage, and they're perfect to, again, add some tags. But see, these ones are more flat compared to the paper bags that you can expand, and see how much they expand and put some more, lots of things in here. These ones are a little bit more flat, more fragile, so I probably will decorate just one of these here on the side really quick to kind of and I'm gonna decorate them kind of similarly to when I did my paper bags, probably not as intricate. Now I printed out these cute little images also from the collection, and I printed these at half size. So I have the image, and all I'm gonna do is just glue a little bit of this lace on my little glassine bag, just like that, and then I'll put this cute little piece that I cut out just kind of like right here. And I'm not gonna Mod Podge these just to make this go faster. I'm just gonna leave it like that. And then these cute little glassine bags I can put at different places, right? So maybe right here I can add that one there. And let me see, I love layering, and I'm kind of experimenting on that. So I will grab something probably like this and layer it. There's no right or wrong way of doing any of these. It's just kind of like have fun, see what you want to do. So I will put this right here, and I think I cut it a little bit too big, so I'm gonna take these out, and then I'll put this cute little glassine bag in here, and then I'll add a tab on that. So again, this glue is super sticky. You don't need that much at all. Okay, so put my little bag in here just to give the page a little bit of interest. That looks cute. Okay, so then I'm gonna move on. I love the design of the coffee paper, so I don't want to do anything to that. But again, from the collection, see, this is the bigger size of this little, is it the same one? Yes. So this is way bigger than that, right? Like half the size. So for example, these are cute to put kind of like here. You see that? So these I will probably most likely use matte patch, so they become one with the page. Now I want to make sure that this is not sticking out of the paper because I don't want this to break. So it's gonna be, I'm gonna have to cut this just a little tiny bit here on the side. So I will put a little bit of the matte patch on the base of the page. You don't want to put too much so you don't wrinkle your paper, but just like that, and then put your image on top and just continue adding just a little bit more matte patch. Now you do want to allow for this to dry just for a couple minutes so your pages won't stick together. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my heat tool and dry this really quick. So now I'm going to continue adding my paper back. So for example, I will put this one here on the back of one of my signatures, just so I can give that page just a fun element. I don't like doing a lot of things with my actual pages because I assume those are for journaling. and right, so the journal does have to be used at some point, right? So at some point maybe we do need some sheets. So again, I added this paper bag, then I'll just go around and see, for example, where I could add. So here I created some little pockets. So for those pockets, I think what I'm going to do is create some little tags. I'll probably do that in a minute. Let me figure out where to place my paper back. So I kind of go as like a, what do you call this, assembly style. I do all, like I do similar embellishments for all the signatures, and then I just start adding them, and then I go back to the beginning and add a different kind of embellishment and go include it on all my signatures and so on, right? So for example, this one, it's gonna go right here. I did add another one of these pull tabs on that page, so I like that one there. Maybe I will put one of these ones all the way at the end. Let's see. Uh-oh, I have bling, bling, and bling. No, I'm gonna switch this one up. See, sometimes I don't think. I'm gonna put this one here, and then on here I will probably add this one. That was close. Phew. Before it completely dried up. Okay, so then I will do this one here. See? No problem. Alright, so now let me go back to this one. Oh, we didn't add, which is good, because I also want to add on my back cover a little bit more lace. I do like adding lace at the beginning and the end of the journal or my albums, to make them so you could see the edge, you know, from the back and from the front. You see that pretty lace edge. So again, I will put this one first, just like that, and then the paperback. Okay, so now this one here, and let me trim the rest. Okay. So here we go, and I have one more of these pretty bags. So let me see, where can I put it? I don't want to put it there. This already has black and white, and that would be a little bit too much black and white even for me. So see, I already have one there. So that's basically what I do. I go back and see where are my new one. I actually feel like I will probably need this on this side, but let's see. Yeah, I think that will be that's a good place for this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add it. Okay. So like so. Now I do want to add a couple more pull tabs, and so for example these ones were the leftovers that I had, and I don't have more of that, but I can use maybe something like this and just add a little bit on some places, or maybe I can just add this. Oh, I know where. I know here. I love this page, and I think this will make a very nice embellishment here. So let's just do that. Oop. So again, some glue right there and this here. Okay. String here. And then from the same collection, the collection also came with these envelopes that you can, you know, you just cut them, and you cut them around, and then you just glue them together. They're already, I don't have one to share with you, but basically you just fuzz it around and fold it and glue it, and you get these really cute envelopes. So what I did to incorporate my envelopes was leave between this cardstock page and my cover on my signatures, left that open so I can kind of hide in there these little envelopes. See that? So it's kind of like a secret spot. And I didn't do it in all of them. I did in only a few of them. That way it's more secret. So, and I don't even remember which one, so let me see if I can find the other ones. I think it was this one here has it for sure. So then I will go ahead and put this one in there. Just gonna hide it in place. And then I know there is one more. So maybe it's this one. Yes. So see, I don't even remember. So it is a really secret place. So I will put that one right there. Now to give me a little hint that something's there, you can add a little pull tab or something. What I want to do is embellish this black and white page. So I have these coffee cups, these really big ones, and I love them. So I'm going to fuzzy cut these ones out. Ta-da! That fast. Okay, so then I'm just going to Mod Podge. I do print my images most of the time on just regular paper when I'm doing journals, instead of cardstock paper when I'm doing mini albums. And the reason why is because I like to add them with using, you know, matte patch and kind of creating a collage as if you were doing a mixed media page. I don't know, I just like that. If these were to be printed on cardstock, you probably won't need to do the matte patch and you just glue them in. Okay, so then I'm just going to make sure this is full in all the way. And I do want to matte patch the whole page just because, like I said before, I like the lines that the matte patch brings. So I think it looks really cool. Okay, so then I'm gonna dry this page, but I do want to add, make sure this is not gluing. I do want to add on the top here some kind of lace. So I have this one and this one. So something here on the top that looks cute, but then this one I think it's more fun. So maybe I'll add this one here. And I will add that using fabric glue. And it's kind of like a French style, right? That's why I like it. And so here we go. So I will put that one there just to give it a little bit. And I'm not going to glue these ones in. I'm just going to let them loose. And I'm going to dry this page. Okay, so I think it's really cute. See how these move around? I love that page. It turned out really cute. So now I'll probably repeat that again because I do maybe here I do have quite, oh, never mind. I want to use this. How gorgeous is this design? So yeah, so that's what I wanted to do on these big pages. So I'm just gonna cut this one out. I'm going to ink a little bit the edge here. Just like that. And then I'm just going to add it using matte patch once again. Okay, so then next, this one that is black and white, I'm actually just going to embellish it with a little bit of lace and this little Paris sign. And so very, very simple. Just trying to give it a little bit of color. Let's see. Okay. So I like to put a gentle amount here for my lace. And then also, so what I do is I kind of close my journal, right? For example, here I have this lace and this lace, little bit of lace here, and then I had nothing until here. So I kind of pick an area where it will be a good area to have, you know, a good spot to have a little bit more lace, which is this one. So try to balance it out a little bit more like that. Now this, I'm just going to again do a little tiny bit here, matte patch. And I feel like this would be a really nice area to put a picture here. How pretty would that be? So I have these paper clips that have the shape of a coffee, and I believe these ones came from Hobby Lobby, so I have two. So the other envelopes that I have, I'm just gonna clip them here and kind of incorporate them in my page without having to, you know, glue them anywhere. That way they're just optional. If we